Beloved, Archangel Michael wants you to know, this message was written for your heart. Exactly 3 weeks ago. And now, it has finally found you. Not by chance. Not by accident. But because your soul was ready. Stay exactly where you are. Don't scroll. Your heart needs to hear this. Archangel Michael whispers. You have been feeling unseen, uncelebrated, and misunderstood. You've held so much love inside your heart. Yet often felt like love forgot your name. But beloved, love has never forgotten you. It was simply preparing you. You have walked through silent battles. You kept smiling when your heart was tired. You kept giving when you felt empty. You kept believing when nothing made sense. And heaven saw it all. Archangel Michael says, you are not behind. You are not late. You are being aligned. Your waiting was not a punishment. It was a sacred preparation. Look at your journey. You didn't break. You expanded. You didn't lose. You learned. You didn't fall apart. You were being reshaped. Now breathe. Because what felt like an ending was actually a divine beginning. You are about to step into a season where your heart will finally say, now I understand why it took so long. The right people. The right opportunities. The right timing. They are not just coming. They are already on their way. Beloved, you are not forgotten. You are chosen. Your heart has been asking for a sign. This is that sign. Before this message disappears, place your hand on your heart and say, I am ready. I am open. I receive. And if your soul felt this, subscribe, so you never miss a message meant for you. Share this with someone who needs light today. Because someone's heart is waiting. Just like yours was. Beloved soul. Archangel Michael is still here. And he wants you to know. You didn't just survive the storm. You became the storm's lesson. You didn't just go through pain. You became wiser, deeper, more compassionate because of it. Do you know why some doors closed? Not because you weren't worthy, but because your spirit was too rare for where you once tried to fit. Archangel Michael whispers. The things that broke your heart were actually building your future. Listen carefully. Your heart has always loved deeply. Even when it was not returned. Even when silence was louder than words. Even when your kindness was misunderstood. But beloved, your silent kindness has already spoken to heaven. It's already forming blessings with your name on them, your prayers. They didn't disappear. They transformed. Some became protection. Some became redirection. Some became delayed gifts, waiting for your heart to be ready. And now your heart is finally ready. You are entering a time where sparkles you will stop chasing, and start attracting. Sparkles you will stop waiting, and start receiving. Sparkles, you will stop questioning, and finally understand you are not stepping into a new season. You are stepping into your true identity. A higher version of you. That sees clearly, feels deeply, and trusts divinely. Archangel Michael says, your heart is waking up. Your spirit is remembering that it was born for something bigger than fear, bigger than doubt, bigger than waiting. You were born to impact, to heal, to light up the world. Not with perfection, but with your authentic, imperfect, beautiful self. Beloved soul. Soon, you will look back and say, Sparkles, the wait was worth it. Sparkles, the lessons shaped me. Sparkles, what I prayed for, arrived. So don't rush the miracle. It's already on schedule. All you must do now is stay open, stay aligned, stay faithful. Because the moment your heart truly believed, heaven released what was always yours. If your heart whispered, "This was for me," then it was. Glowing Star, save this message to return to whenever your spirit needs reminding. Dove, subscribe, because your journey is just beginning. Sparkling hearts, share this with a soul that carries silent strength, just like you. Beloved. Archangel Michael asks you to breathe slowly and simply allow these words to enter your heart. Because this time, they are not just being heard. They are being felt. You see, there were nights where you didn't pray with words. You prayed with tears. Heaven heard those too. There were days your smile said, "I'm fine." But your soul whispered, "God, I don't know how much longer I can hold on." Heaven heard that too. Not one moment of your silent pain was ignored by the divine. Archangel Michael says, every tear you cried watered a seed. And now, that seed is ready to bloom. Beloved. Your story is not about loss. Your story is about becoming. You were not abandoned. You were being aligned. You were not delayed. You were being developed. You were not rejected. You were being redirected. The people who couldn't value your heart were not meant to stay. Because not everyone is prepared to receive a soul like yours. Some people entered your life to teach you love. But some entered to teach you how to love yourself first. And now, your heart is wiser, gentler, braver, and filled with a love that doesn't beg, but overflows. Beloved soul, you are entering a season where your kindness will be honored. Your patience will be rewarded. Your faithfulness will return to you multiplied. There is a moment, coming very soon, when your spirit will quietly say, I finally get it. Everything had a purpose. That day will not be loud. It won't need fireworks, or applause, or witnesses. It will be quiet, sacred, peaceful. And your heart will simply know. Glowing star, this is what heaven was preparing me for. Glowing star. Archangel Michael gently says, Don't chase. Don't force. Just stay open. You are stepping into a life that will finally feel like home. Beloved, if your soul felt these words, that means they were always meant for you. Sparkles save this message to return to again and again. Sparkles subscribe, because more messages are already waiting for your heart. Sparkles share this with someone whose heart still whispers silently in the dark. Beloved, Archangel Michael is not just sending you a message today. He is sending you remembrance. A remembrance of who you truly are. A soul that loves deeply, feels deeply, hurts deeply, and yet never stops believing in light. Your sensitivity was never a weakness. It was always your superpower. Because only hearts like yours can love enough to heal others, can feel enough to understand others, can stand strong enough, even after being broken. Archangel Michael gently whispers, your soul is not tired because it is weak. Your soul is tired because it has been expanding. Your pain was not punishment. It was transformation. Because sometimes, beloved, the universe removes the familiar, not to empty you, but to make space for what your heart truly needed. And now, not only are you ready, you are aligned. You are ready to receive the love that doesn't confuse you, the opportunities that don't drain you, the people who don't make you question your worth. You are ready to receive what feels like peace. Not rush. Not chase. Not fear. Just peace. Because what is meant for you will not make you anxious. It will make you certain. It will feel like home. It will sound like comfort. It will look like love. It will arrive like clarity. Archangel Michael says, your soul is stepping into a season where it will no longer beg to be seen. It will simply be recognized. You won't need to prove your heart anymore. You won't need to question your light anymore. Because heaven is positioning you, not for validation, but for fulfillment. Beloved, you were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out. Not above others, but ahead of the pain that once tried to hold you back. The next chapter of your life is not about fighting. It is about receiving. Receiving love. Receiving alignment. Receiving the life your spirit always knew was possible. Because finally, you are not just wishing for it. You are ready for it. If your soul whispered, "This feels like me," then beloved, this message is you. Sparkles save this message so your heart can return to it whenever it needs healing. Sparkles subscribe, because your spirit has more messages waiting to find you. Sparkles share this with a soul that carries light, even when they forget it. Beloved, Archangel Michael is still here. Not to tell you what you should become, but to remind you of who you already are. A soul that feels deeply, loves wholly, and believes bravely, even when no one is watching. You have always carried a rare kind of strength. Not the loud strength that shouts, but the quiet strength that endures. That keeps loving through disappointment. Keeps believing through delay. Keeps shining through confusion, Archangel Michael says. Your spirit didn't break. It simply outgrew what no longer honors it. Because, beloved, you are not here to chase love. You are here to be love. You are not here to beg for a place at the table. You are here to build the table. You are not here to fit into the world. You are here to gently change it. And yes, your soul is tired. Not because it is empty, but because it has poured love without limits. But now, your season of pouring is shifting. This is your season of receiving. Not receiving just attention, but alignment. Not receiving just words, but truth. Not receiving just promises, but presence. Your next chapter won't ask you to chase, or prove, or overthink. It will simply ask you to allow. Allow love when it's gentle. Allow peace when it arrives early. Allow blessings when they come unexpectedly. Allow your heart to feel safe, without apology. Archangel Michael gently reveals the love you've always tried to give others. Heaven is about to give to you. That love won't make you anxious. It won't make you question yourself. It won't feel heavy. It will feel like coming home. And when it arrives, peace will speak louder than your doubts. Clarity will speak louder than confusion. And your heart will softly whisper, Dove, this is what my soul has been waiting for. Not rushed. Not forced. Divinely timed. Because your spirit is no longer waiting. It is ready. Beloved, if your heart feels softer, calmer, lighter than before, that means this message has done its work. Save it. Return to it when your spirit needs reminding. Sparkle subscribe, so you never miss the messages heaven writes for your heart. Sparkles share this with someone whose silent strength deserves to be seen, beloved. Archangel Michael is still here. Not with urgency. Not with warning. But with comfort. Because your soul does not need pressure. It needs permission. Permission to slow down. Permission to heal. Permission to not have all the answers. You've always been the one who held space for others. You listened to their pain. You guided their hearts. You gave kindness even when your own heart felt unseen. But now, heaven is holding space for you. Archangel Michael softly says, it is safe to receive now. You don't always have to be the one who understands. You don't always have to be the healer. You don't always have to be the strong one. Sometimes, beloved, strength simply means allowing yourself to exhale. Let go of the weight of every unspoken expectation. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to be present. Even your pauses are holy. Even your silence is sacred. Even your stillness is progress. You are allowed to rest. Not because you are weak, but because what is coming next is sacred. Archangel Michael whispers. You are not at the edge of an ending. You are standing at the doorway of alignment. The version of you that doubted, feared, and always rushed is gently being replaced by a version that trusts in timing, that embraces peace, that flows rather than fights. Your heart is learning something powerful. What is meant for you will not confuse you. What is meant for you will not drain you. What is meant for you will feel like peace before it even arrives. And beloved, your season of peace has already begun. Not loud, not dramatic, not rushed, but calm, quiet, soft, like morning light entering a room that has been dark for too long. You won't have to chase it. You won't have to prove yourself worthy. You won't have to question it. You will simply recognize it. Because your spirit will softly know. Dove, this is what I prayed for. If your heart feels lighter, if your breathing feels calmer, then beloved, your soul just received what it needed. Sparkle, save this message, so you can return to it on the days you forget your own light. Sparkle, subscribe, because more heart-written messages are waiting to reach you. Sparkle, share this, so another soul can remember. They were never alone. Beloved, Archangel Michael wants you to smile softly. Not because everything suddenly makes sense, but because your spirit is finally beginning to trust the timing. Something in you has changed recently. You may not fully see it yet, but you feel it. It's in the way your heart is calmer now. Not because life is perfect, but because your soul is finally at peace. You are no longer rushing the process. No longer chasing for answers. No longer bending yourself to be seen. Instead, you are becoming softer, but stronger, quieter, but wiser, gentler, but deeper. Archangel Michael whispers. This is not your ending. This is your becoming. And now, beloved, you are entering the season where blessings begin to show. Not just feel. Not just hope. But show. You will begin to notice small signs. Subtle, soft, sacred signs. That life is shifting in your favor. Random moments of unexpected peace. Conversations that bring clarity. People who understand you without explanation. Opportunities that feel natural, not forced. A strange but calm feeling that something good is coming. These little moments, they are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Heaven's way of gently saying, keep going. You're aligned. For so long, you have been preparing internally. Now the external will start to reflect it back to you. You won't have to chase anymore. You won't have to fight to be understood. You won't have to feel unseen. Because what is meant for your heart will recognize your heart. Your peace will speak louder than your effort. Archangel Michael says, Your blessings will not arrive as noise. They will arrive as peace. And beloved, that peaceful goodness? It is closer than you think. You may not see it fully yet. But soon, you will feel something beautiful. A moment where your heart simply whispers. This must be what alignment feels like. Not dramatic. Not overwhelming. Just gentle. Just right. Just home. If your heart feels calm after hearing this, that is your sign that this message was meant for you. Sparkles save this message whenever your spirit needs to breathe. Sparkles subscribe, so more heart-written messages find you, exactly when you need them. Sparkles share this with someone who is quietly waiting for their own alignment to arrive. Beloved, Archangel Michael wants you to pause. Not because something is wrong, but because something is beautifully right. There will come a day, so quietly, so softly, when your heart will feel something it hasn't felt in a very long time. Peace. Not because life became perfect, but because you no longer need it to be perfect to feel safe. You will notice it when you wake up one morning and your heart feels lighter. You'll drink your tea slowly, look outside, and feel something so simple, yet so powerful. Yellow heart, I am exactly where I'm meant to be. No rush. No chasing. No wondering whether you are behind. Just peace. That, beloved, is heaven's way of whispering. You've arrived at alignment. Not at a destination, but at a state of understanding. You'll begin to notice blessings. Not always as miracles, but as moments that feel like home. It will look like conversations that don't drain you, but fill you. Herb opportunities that don't confuse you, but excite you. Herb people who don't just like you, but honor your heart. Herb days that don't rush you, but quietly hold you. You'll see, a blessing is not always something big. Sometimes, it's simply being able to breathe without heaviness. Archangel Michael gently speaks. This is not just what you prayed for. It is what you were prepared for. And now that you are ready, things will no longer feel like they're slipping through your fingers. Instead, they will stay. Not because they are perfect, but because they are aligned. And your soul will understand. Glowing star love that feels like safety. Glowing star opportunities that feel like purpose. Glowing star friendships that feel like warmth. Glowing star a life that finally feels like yours. This, beloved, is the season where your heart finally receives what it once only dreamed of. Not rushed. Not forced. Not temporary. But calm. Honest. Gentle. And real. Because when heaven delivers, it does not deliver chaos. It delivers clarity. If something softened inside you while listening, then this message has already begun its work. Making space in your heart for what is meant to arrive. Sparkles save this message, so your spirit can return when it needs restoring. Sparkle subscribe, so more heart-written messages find you, right on time. Sparkles share this with someone whose soul has been waiting to hear these words. Beloved. This is the final message. The final page of this chapter. But not the end of your story. Archangel Michael wants you to understand something gently. You were never waiting for a moment. You were becoming the moment. You were never waiting for a sign. You are the sign. To someone else, to the world. To yourself. Your heart now carries what it once searched for. Wisdom, peace, clarity, and a quiet kind of strength that no one can ever take from you. The old version of you. The one that begged to be seen. The one that doubted its place. The one that questioned if love would ever stay. Is now gracefully retired. A new you stands here, not louder, but clearer. Not hardened, but wiser. Not uncertain, but aligned. Archangel Michael lovingly whispers. Your soul has come home to itself. And when the soul comes home, blessings don't need to be chased. They recognize where to land. From now on, beloved. Sparkles, you won't feel the need to rush. Sparkles, you won't feel pressure to force anything. Sparkles, you won't search desperately for answers. Because your heart will softly know. Yellow heart, what is meant for me needs no chasing. Yellow heart, what is aligned with me needs no begging. Yellow heart, what is meant to stay, stays gently. And now, as this message comes to an end, Archangel Michael leaves you with this blessing. May your heart always choose peace over pressure, alignment over chasing, and faith over fear. May you recognize love not by how it appears, but by how it feels. Safe, clear, and peaceful. And may you always remember. You are not behind. You are on divine time. You are exactly where you are meant to be. If your soul felt seen through this message, then it was meant for you. Sparkle, save this message, so your heart can return to it whenever it needs peace. Sparkle, subscribe, because your next messages will not be about waiting. They will be about becoming. Sparkles, share this, because somewhere, a beautiful soul is silently praying for words like these.